Hello YouTube. This video was made in conjunction with the video that I posted called How to Deposit a Promissory Note at Chase Bank. It's been up for about a week and it has 5,000 views and a lot of comments. And I've been reading the comments and there are a lot of people, who are asking me questions, and I'm just like you, I'm searching for answers. I'm searching for the truth. And there are a lot of internet trolls in the comments as well. So I've been doing a lot of research at the law library, and I came across a lot of good information, and I'm going to present that to you today in this presentation on promissory notes. So this is Promissory Notes, a more in-depth presentation, part 1, the introduction. So, before we continue, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, follow me on YouTube, subscribe, FXNoob, FXNOOB, because none of this is possible without you, the YouTube community. This is some good information. Please share this far and wide, share it with your friends and family. Hit that like button. So, also before we begin, I also have to give a disclaimer. I'm not a licensed attorney, therefore I cannot give you legal advice. This presentation is based on research conducted from a variety of sources. Take the upcoming information with a grain of salt. And when I say that, don't just take it for face value. Please, I encourage you to do your own research. I need someone to prove me wrong. I need someone to show me the way. We can get to the bottom of the rabbit hole together. We just have to work together. Follow the white rabbit, Neo. I am open to discussion and debate. Please, leave a comment, leave your feedback, questions, and comments. The more we talk about the law, the closer we become to comprehending the laws that govern us on a daily basis. However, if you do need legal advice, please seek appropriate counsel. And with that said, let's begin. Now, what if I told you that money has no value? You'll probably say, "Are you tripping? Money does have value. If it didn't have value, why would we be using it?" Well, let me explain. What is money? According to modern money mechanics of the Federal Reserve, in the United States, neither paper currency nor deposits have value as commodities. Intrinsically, a dollar bill is just a piece of paper. Deposits are merely book entries. Did you hear that? I'm going to say that one more time. Intrinsically, a dollar bill is just a piece of paper. So what then makes these instruments, checks, money, paper money, and coins acceptable at face value in payment of all debts and for other monetary uses? Mainly, it is the confidence people have that they will be able to exchange such money for other financial assets and for real goods and services whenever they choose to do so. That's modern money mechanics. So what they're saying right there is $100 is $100 because we perceive it to be $100. It's through the confidence of the people. So it has no value. It has value because we believe it has value. Money, like everything else, derives its value from its scarcity in relation to its usefulness. The Federal Reserve can inflate and deflate the money supply, therefore increasing the value of the money. In short, it's just a piece of paper. It's all paper. Even look at this, IRS code 1.1 001-14653 says, Federal Reserve note dollars are valueless. The only lawful money of the United States of America are gold and silver coins with a 1 ounce .999 pure gold or silver as per Article 8 and 10 of the Constitution of the United States. I got this IRS code from a video called Private Bankers Association. I went to the IRS website and I can't find this code anywhere. But just because I can't find it anywhere does not mean that it doesn't exist. I need the YouTube community to confirm this IRS code. So let's move on. Now, Yoda is one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars series. He's so wise. And I put this quote right here as if he was saying it. This is my best Yoda impersonation. To understand money, young Padawan, is to know banking. One must become one with banking. Be the bank. And you must be the bank. So, in order for you to fully understand money, you must know what banking is. And I'm about to show you what banking is. Alright, y'all. Banking basics. What is a banker? According to Black's Law Dictionary, 10th edition, a banker is someone who engages in the business of banking. So a banker is someone who engages in the business of banking. What is banking? Banking is the business of receiving money on deposit, loaning money, discounting notes, issuing notes for circulation, collecting money on notes deposited, negotiating bills, etc. So, a banker is someone who engages in the business of banking, and banking is the receiving of money, but more importantly, issuing of notes, because we're talking about promissory notes in this presentation. So, what is a banker's note? A banker's note is a commercial instrument resembling a banknote in every particular aspect except that it is given by a private banker or unincorporated banking institution. And when we're talking about instruments, we're talking about negotiable instruments. So keep that in mind. Okay, this next slide is a picture of a very important book. It's called Michi on Banks and Banking. It's just 3 chapters, but it probably has a lot of volumes. This is chapters 12 through 14, exchange, money, securities, and investments, circulating notes. It has a lot of good information on negotiable instruments and promissory notes on negotiable instruments, so this applies. So I suggest checking out this book. This book it costs $900, but you could go to your local library and check it out and read that. It's a very important read. It's $900, but the information is priceless. So yeah, and I'm about to reference this book right now to support my evidence on promissory notes. So here we go. Okay, Michi on Banks and Banking, Chapter 13, Subsection 4, Banknotes as Money. Money is a generic term embracing, according to the subject matter of the discourse of writing, every species of coin or currency, banknotes inclusive. So we're including banknotes. So that means banknotes are included as money. Banknotes are money. Banknotes were a good tender as money unless specially objected to. So I need someone to show me a law that says that a bank doesn't have to accept my banknote, my promissory note, my negotiable instrument. my Article 3 negotiable instrument under UCC. Now, they were not merely the representatives of money, but in the course of business and by common usages were substantially treated and employed for most purposes as actual money or cash. That means that banknotes, negotiable instruments, are treated as actual money or cash. Banknotes are negotiable by delivery. They pass in a bequest of a testator's money or cash. So once I deliver that banknote, it is negotiable. These qualities fit them for currency, and some of them distinguish them from the mere evidence of debt. They are not money by authority of law, but are considered so by usage and the course of business and by the consent of the people. We, the people, us, we have the authority to issue banknotes as money. Evidence of the receipt of them would support an action for the money had and received. So, once I have evidence that it was received, that means that I have supporting evidence to take action for that money. So let's review. Money is paper which has no value. A banker is someone who conducts business of banking. Banking is the issuing of banker's notes. Banker's notes are considered instruments, which are money, which is paper, which has no value. It's all paper. Banker's notes are considered instruments, which are considered money. Instruments, remember I said instruments, when we're talking instruments, we're talking negotiable instruments. So that means that negotiable instruments are considered money. So if a promissory note is considered an Article 3 negotiable instrument, then it is considered money. So if the Federal Reserve says that money is just a piece of paper that has no value, and the only valuable money is gold and silver, why do I strive so hard to obtain something that has no value? Why didn't they teach me this in school? What happened to the real money, gold and silver? How can cash rule everything around me when it has no value? Those are all good questions. And the answer is simple. Money has no value because in 1933 they took the gold away with House Joint Resolution 192. The country went bankrupt and they took all the gold away from the people, made them turn all their gold in, and now they're issuing military script. The paper has no money value. It's military script, and it's military script, which means that we're under martial law. And I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry if you don't want to believe it, but we're under martial law. We've been under martial law for over 40 years. This goes back to Abraham Lincoln and the Greenback. This goes back to the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. Woodrow Wilson sold out the country. The country went bankrupt with the crash in 1930. The Federal Reserve inflated the market with money and easy credit and created bubbles which crashed the market. The country went bankrupt. They took all the gold away and they started issuing paper which was backed by nothing. It has no value. And people say, oh, martial law is coming, martial law is coming. Oh, it's been here for a long time. You're a slave, Neo. You were born into bondage. You were born into a prison that you cannot see or touch. The system has you running on a hamster wheel that you cannot get off because you're steady striving to get money. You're chasing a dollar that has no value, but you need that money because they've created a system where you can't do anything without it. You got to pay your rent. You know, you got bills. You got a family to feed. You know, I'm like one of you guys. You know, I'm just out here trying to take care of my family, and the system has made it so hard. You know, it's just trying to keep us all down and lock us all up in the prison industrial complex system. It's a lot of stuff, you know, but this video, you know, it's not for this video. You know, I just kind of went off on a tangent there, but yeah, money has no value. Yeah, so that's the end of part 1. Please subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, and do your own research. You know, leave a comment, leave your feedback, leave your suggestions, you know, and if you have any information, please leave that in the comments as well. You know, this is a group contribution. We're all out here trying to succeed and take care of our families, and we all have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness under the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. So it's time for you to stand up for your rights. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you.